Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 15 is entitled as Purushottama Vidya, Purushottama Yogam. Sloka 13, Part 2. āviśya ca bhūtāni, dhārayāmy aham ojasā, puṣṇāmi cauṣadhīḥ sarvāḥ, somo bhūtvā rasātmakaḥ. The sloka says, Krishna entering into the earth sustains all the beings through his unhindered power. He, becoming the moon, and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables, herbs, plants, trees, etc. In the previous session of the sloka, we learned the two terms dhārayāmy, ojasā. Dhārayāmy is sustenance, how Krishna sustained, holds everything. With his ojasā, with his uninterrupted, unhindered energy, power. He does that by being the dhārayāmy of that particular object, in this case earth, and then sustain the living entities. Therefore, it is Krishna who is sustaining the living entities. And also we saw a second explanation that Mother Earth able to sustain the living entities because the Lord has bestowed a small portion of his Shakti of sustenance to earth. In that sense also, one can say that it is the Lord who is sustaining all the living entities. Say, a plank supports an object placed on it, such that the object does not fall down. Another scenario is a person not able to pass through the wall, or a person is not able to enter a house where the doors are locked. Even if the doors, house doors, are kept unlocked and wide open, but if there is a huge fire in the house, still one will not be able to enter the house. The heat radiating from the fire prevents one from entering the house. The radiating heat is certainly not like a solid wall or door. Nevertheless, it is more powerful than the wall, than the door which is locked, preventing entry. Just like the fire prevents entry of someone through its power, the Lord, through his unique, unhindered power, is supporting everything from falling down and is upholding it. However huge the object may be, they do not tumble down. That is because of the Lord. Here is a question that may arise. I see an object that is placed on the plank. I see that the chair which is placed on the floor. I see the door which prevents one entering. But I don't see the Lord holding things. That's where the huge difference between the way that Lord holds and the way that the worldly object holds another object. The answer is, the Lord holds all this merely by his sankalpa, by his will. He does not hold everything like us. Just by his will, he holds everything. Then the next question comes, who is holding that Lord, the Brahman, the absolute truth? There must be another entity or object which holds another object. Nothing can sustain by itself. That's what we see in the world. Therefore, who holds Brahman? As we see, everything is held by something. Therefore, the Brahman cannot exist without being sustained by something. There is something which is holding Brahman as well. Before answering the question, let's extend the question and see if we even can get an answer out of it. If Brahman is being held by something above it, then the next question comes, who is holding that which is holding Brahman? This question will not stop. It continues further and we will find no answer as this keeps on going in a loop. So now let's see the answer. Let's ask a question to the opponent who has raised this question about who or what is that holding Brahman. What is the ādhāram for Brahman? Question to the opponent is, can there be an element that which is not being sustained, carried? The opponent may say, yes, ākaṣa, sky, which is not being carried, because I am being carried by the chair. The chair is carried by the house is carried by the earth, and the earth is carried by the ākaṣa. Therefore, ākaṣa, the sky, is the one which carries these elements, objects. Well, if you say that ākaṣa can be by itself without being sustained by another object or element, then why can't the absolute truth, Brahman, can also be by itself without anything being sustained? This counter-argument may sound profound to respond back to the opponent, but just to prove that the Lord is not being sustained by anything else, if we take the sky as an example, then the ākaṣa is also equal to the Lord without being sustained. Then the statements that Krishna said, he enters into each and every element and carries things, will be defeated. So this is not an absolute answer for the question. The truth is that ākaṣa has the power to sustain things within it, and that ākaṣa, which sustains everything, is sustained by that Supreme Lord as well, and that is stated in the Vedas. Yena dhyo prithivī dridhe. That is, the ākaṣa is also sustained by the Lord. Patim vishvasya ātmeshwaram. He is the Pati, master of everything, and he is Ishvara to himself, Atmeshwaram. He doesn't have a Pati above him, and he doesn't have a Ishvara above him, and he doesn't require any other object to sustain him. So who sustains him is he himself sustains. There are some quotations in the scriptures in this regards. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is said, Tat Shrutva Tadeva Anupravishyat Tadanupravisha. Having created the world, he entered into it. Next, Antapravishtat Sahasta Jananam. He who has entered within is the ruler of all things that are born, and he is the self of all. And in Shubhala Upanishad, it is said, Yasya prithvi shariram, ya prithvim antare sancharan, yam prithvi na veda, sarvabhuta antaratma, apahata papma, divyaha, devaha, yeko narayana. He who is moving within the earth, whose body is all these matter, the matter does not know. He is the internal self of all beings. He is bereft of all sins. He is one. Divyah Devah Eko. He is one, and he is Lord Narayana. As it is said in Taittiriya Upanishad, Patim Vishwasya Atmeshwaram Sashvatam. He is the Lord, the soul of the universe, and he is eternal. Like this, there are so many quotations which supports and confirms what has been said in these set of slokas that we are studying. āviśya bhūtāni dhārayāmy aham ojasā. Next, in the second half of the sloka, it is said, puṣṇāmi cauṣadhīḥ sarvāḥ somo bhūtvā rasātmakaḥ. We certainly won't take another couple of sessions for this, because we got an idea of what has been said here, so this one will be easy to understand. So the meaning of this is the Lord becoming the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables, herbs, trees, etc. In chapter 10, we already saw that Krishna is sun, moon, etc. So what has been said here is the moon that has the power of nectarian juice that nourishes the herbs and planet is Krishna. Rasātmakaḥ, meaning the trees and plants are scorched by the hot sun or cooled by the nectarian rays of the moon and get nourishment. That nectar is me. I nourish all the plants, herbs, vegetables, etc. To summarize, the sun got its light from me. The moon got its light from me. Likewise, the fire got its light from me. I am that light in the sun, in the moon, in the fire. The earth got the power of sustenance. The moon got the nectarian juice to nourish the herbs and plants. I am that sustaining power, energy in the earth. I am that nectarian juice within the moon which nourishes the herbs and plants. It's all my power, my energy. Therefore, it's me. If I do not bestow these energies to them, they will have nothing. Having said that, in Sloka 12 and 13, next in the 14th Sloka, Krishna states that the ability of the fire to digest is also due to his grace only. We will study that in our next session. āviśya bhūtāni dhārayāmy aham ojasā puṣṇāmi cauṣadhīḥ sarvāḥ somo bhūtvā rasātmakaḥ. Namaste. Hare Krishna.